So we're going to start with question number 9, which is involve solving quadratic equation. So what do we have? We have 7, number 9, we have 7x squared. Let me change the 7x squared plus 7x plus 7 equals 7x. Okay? Alright, so here, first thing I need to combine all the x together. I cannot solve quadratic using that format. So I need to have a 0 and x plus bx plus c should be on one side. So, yeah, this is number 9. So here I minus 7x both sides. So I have 7x squared plus 7 equals 0. Is that clear? Alright. Either you conclude right away that there is no solution here, or you're going to find the determinant. No. Some of you will say, okay, how we can conclude just saying the equation like that, there's no solution. For me, I want to see this is no solution. Why? Because I know that 7 is positive. X squared is positive. Positive times positive, give me what? Give me positive. Positive plus positive, give me positive. That means 0 can never be reached. So therefore, I will have a positive number equal what? Equal 0, which is impossible. So then I can say, okay, there's no solution. I stop here, and I say there's no solution. This is called using the property of a number. Or what you do, use the determinant, which is b squared minus 4ac. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 0 because there is no x. That means b is 0. Minus 4 times 7 times 7. So at the end I will have what? 49 times 7 is? 49 times 7 is what? Excuse me? It's going to be minus 196. And this is negative. Therefore there is no solution. You see, there is two ways you can do it. Either you analyze your expression based on the property that you know about number, or you go further, you look for the discriminant. Do you got my idea? Yes.
So if you, where did you get 7 x squared?
It's part of the question.
But we have a 7x.
So? So I just subtract the like numbers, but there's no problem here.
What was the second way? What's the second way?
You find out the discriminant. If discriminant is negative, there's no solution.
Well, it has to be after the question?
After you simplify the question, you find the discriminant. Is that clear? Alright, next question. For next question, what do we have? We have 9x squared plus 4x minus 16 equals 7x squared. Yes? So what I do, I minus 7x squared both sides. So we end up having what? 2x squared plus 4x minus 16 equal 0. So in order for me to have a very small discriminant, because I see all the coefficients are what? Even. So what I do, I divide the whole thing by 2. So I end up having what? X squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Now it's more easier to work with it. So then what I find out first, my discriminant is what? Is b squared minus 4ac, which is equal to what? 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times minus 8. Yes? So it's going to be 4 plus 32, which is 36. Is that clear? Now what I do next?
Hey, brother, how do you do that?
Yeah.
How we do what?
You plug into that formula?
Yeah, just plug in 1 here. This is for A, this is B, and this is C.
So you use quadratic formula?
Yeah. Is that clear? Then I know this is positive, so therefore I will have x is going to be equal to what? Minus b plus or minus square root of the discriminant over what? Over 2a. Yes? This is the formula of the solution if it's positive. So therefore, what is my b here? is 1. Yes, so it's going to be, is 2. It's going to be minus 2. Yes, plus or minus square root of 36 over what? Over 2 times 1, which is 2. So we know that the square root of 36 is what?
6.
Is 6. So it's going to be what? Is minus 2 plus or minus 6 over 2. So if I split it out, I will have minus 8 and I will have 4. So it's going to be minus 4 and it's going to be 2.
What's the answer?
So x is going to be either equal to 2 or I will have x equal to minus 4. So either one of those two. So after you split the minus and the plus. You got it?
I'm confused in the beginning.
What's confused in the beginning?
So, after you subtract is 2x.
After you subtract 7x squared both sides. So this we cancel out to give you 0. Then we have 9x squared minus 7x will give you 2.
Yeah, but 2.
So after that what you do, we have, I see that it is 2, 4, 16. Both of them are even. That means I can divide the whole thing by 2 to make it more simpler.
But this is 6.
Which one is 6?
After x.
This is 16.
No, before.
This is 4x. Does everyone understand my handwriting here?
Yeah. It's not the bottom part, just too small.
Yeah, because I don't have space. So I will use the second page to finish. Can I move on? Let me write down this one. So that means I will have x equal minus, 1 second. It's going to minus plus or minus 6 over 2. So this is the same thing if I have x equal minus 6 is my applies to, sorry, is minus 2. I'm just repeating the last line. So here I will have minus 2 plus 6 over 2, or I will have x equal minus 2 minus 6 over 2. So I will end up having x equal 4 over 2, or I will have x equal minus 8 over 2. So when you simplify, x will be equal to, or x will be equal to minus 4. Is that clear? So this is how you split this expression into two expressions. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Alright. Yeah, but we're not going to be good all the time, so you have to be fast. If you miss something, you can keep it. You can keep it till the end. When I post it online, you can write it down. Okay, what do you think about the quadratic? You got enough example, or me to do another one?
Another one.
Alright, let's do number 11. Alright, for number 11. So we have 9 v squared minus 8 equal 2v plus 3 minus v squared. So what I do, I move everything on one side. So I'm going to add minus 2v minus 3 plus v squared minus plus v squared minus 2v minus 3. So we end up having here 10 v squared, yes, minus 2v minus 11 equals 0. Is that clear? Is that clear what I did here? So what I do first, I discriminant. So it's going to be what? Minus 2 squared, yes, minus 4 times 10 times minus 11, yes? So it's going to be equal to what? 4, and we have 44 times 10 is 440, yes? So that's mean the end, I will have 444. Is that clear? Do you have any questions here now?
Number 11.
Yeah. Do you have any questions here now?
Is it minus, you multiply everything by what?
I didn't multiply anything by nothing. I just minus the other side to the other side. I didn't do nothing. So I minus 2v both sides, I minus 3 both sides, and I add v squared both sides. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing yet. Then after that, I got my format, my quadratic equation format. So what I do next, I do discriminant, see if it's going to be positive or negative. And I see here is positive. So therefore, what I do next, I solve. So then I will have my x will be equal to what? Minus b, so it's going to be minus 2 is going to be 2, plus or minus square root of 444 over 2a. 2a is 10, so it's going to be 2 times 10. So here I will have 2 plus or minus square root of 444 over 20. I can simplify further if I want. If you give me this answer, I'll be happy with that. Any other question? You okay, guys? Can you do a question or you okay? I can move on. All right, next. So we're going to simplify exponent. So number 13. Number 13, what do we have? We have 2z y to the 4, the whole thing to the exponent minus 1, times, and we have 2x0, z to the 4 to the exponent 3. The whole thing is over 2y squared z minus 3, number 13. Okay? So what I do, you see this negative, I'm going to move it down because it's negative exponent. So this will become what? 2x0 z4 cubed over 2zy4 2zy squared z minus 3.
Because it's -1, right?
Yes, because of -1. I move it down.
There's time.
Yeah, everything is time here. Then you see I have z to the x to the 0 here. It's only 1, so I don't need to keep it. I need to take it off. Yes? So at the end I will have what? I will have 2z4 cubed over 2zy4 2y squared z minus 3.
What do you do?
I just change x to the 0 to 1. So it could be x to the 0 is 1, so I don't need to keep it. So I don't put it here. Then what I do? I distribute the exponent. And I combine like base. So I do two things at the same time. So I will have 2 cubed z12 over 2 times 2 is 4. z minus 3 is going to be z minus 2. And we have y4, y squared is going to be y6.
So you subtract, you don't multiply?
Okay, what I have the base the same, I add the exponent. Here I have 1 and minus 2. When we add it, it's going to give me minus 2. Here I have 4 and 2. When we add it, it's going to give me 6. Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? I'm going to do, let me finish this, then I do another question. Yes?
So after first step, second step, what did you change?
I changed x to 0 to 1, so I didn't put it down because this is 0, 1.
After equal, you say that because negative, you change.
No, I just move it down. I move this one down. Alright? Now, what I do here, the negative move up because the base are not the same, so I'm going to move the negative up here. And I will simplify the 2 to 3 because 2 cube is what? Is 8. So I can simplify with the 4. So we'll end up having what? 8 over 4 is what? Is 2. And z is going to be 12 plus 2. Yes? Over y6. So this means at the end I will have what? 2 z to the 14 over y6. Is that clear here?
No.
No, it's not clear.
How'd you get that?
8.
Okay, which one are you talking about? Which
The last part.
the last part. So here what do we have? We have z
12.
and z minus 2. Okay, so if I have a to the n over a to the m, so this is equal to what? Is a m minus n. Yes?
Yeah.
So if I have z12 over z minus 2 is going to be z12 minus 2. Yes? So minus 2 become what?
Positive.
Positive. So it's going to be 12 plus 2 is what? 14.
Well,
Is that clear? Yes.
where'd you get the 2 from?
Because I have 8, 2 cube.
Well, what
2
did
cube is 8. So I change 2 cubed to 8, and then divided by what? By 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2.
Where's the 4 come from?
4 comes from 2 times 2.
Oh, okay.
Is that clear? Do you have any other question here?
Where'd you get the 8 from?
8 is 2 cubed.
Okay.
I change it to 2 cubed and I divide by 4 right to 8. So I just skip 1 steps here. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Guys, you see, when you are quiet, you don't help yourself. If you have question, ask question. If you understand, really understand, honestly, that means it's okay for me. But if you don't understand, you stay quiet, you're just hurting yourself. Yes.
Can you do number 14?
Okay, I'm going to do number 14. Okay, 14, now what do we have? We have 2 zy4 times 2x minus 1 y minus 2 z2 times x minus 4 y cubed z squared. The whole thing is over 2x minus 3 y 0 z cubed, and the whole thing is to the exponent 3. So what I do first, like base, first thing. So I have z, z, z. I combine the exponent. So if I have no exponent, that's mean I have what? What's the exponent? Is 1. Come on, guys. So 2 times 2 is what? 4. So z I will have what? 1 plus what? Plus 2 plus 2. Yes?
So why don't you just take the z out?
Excuse me?
The z. Why don't you just take it out?
I didn't take it out.
Why don't you just take it out?
Why did you take it out?
Because remember last time you said there was the x was 1, so you just took it out.
No, that has a 0.
It's not 0 is 1. It's not 1. Okay? Then I have what? X. X I have minus 1. Yes? And I have minus 4. Yes? And y is what? Is 4 minus 2 plus 3. Do you see the idea? The whole thing is over what? The bottom will stay the same. 2x minus 3. You see, now you have y to the 0 is what? Y to the 0 is 1. So I don't need to keep it. Did you understand now? So it's going to be only z cubed. I don't need to keep the... And the whole thing is cubed. Is that clear, guys? Now, I do the calculation here. What I will have? I'll have 4, yes? z5, x minus 5, and I will have y5. 2x minus 3, z cubed. The whole thing is cubed.
How do you get that small answer? Or you combine everything?
I just combine the exponent. Is that clear? Yes?
Yes.
Alright. Now what I do, 1 second. What I do, I move the smallest number to the bottom, to the biggest number. I know that minus 5 is smaller than minus 3, so I'm going to move this one down. Yes? So it's going to be positive.
Why should you move it down?
Because it's minus 5, it's less than minus 3.
Oh, so you can add it? Or...
I'm going to add it down.
Oh, okay.
Because it's move it down, it's to change the sign change. Is that clear? And I'm going to move z cubed up because it's less than 5. You got the idea?
Wait, what do you do?
I move always the smallest number to the biggest one. Whatever is smallest, I move it to the biggest. Minus 5 is smaller than minus 3. I'm going to move this one down.
Okay.
So the sign change. 3 is smaller than 5. I'm going to move this one up.
Okay.
You got the idea?
Yeah.
And we have 4 divided by 2 is what?
2.
Is 2. Then I will have z 5, yes, minus 3, y 5, over, I will have x minus 3 plus 5, and the whole thing is cubed. Do you see the idea?
Plus 6. Does it?
No, this is 5, plus 5.
Where do you get plus 5?
Because the x here has exponent minus 5.
But this is z5.
This is 5 minus 3.
So that's x to the power of 3 and plus 5.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So now I simplify, so I got what? I got 2 z squared y 5, yes, over x squared, and the whole thing is exponent 3. Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
When you take the smaller number to the big number, do you have to do like, are you subtracting or are you adding?
When you switch it, you're always going to add it. You can always add. And you're always going to end up having a positive exponent. So this means you're always going to have the right expression at the end. Then what you do, I distribute the exponent into all the terms. All the terms. So it's going to be what? 2 cubed, z 6, y 15, and x 6.
This is the answer.
So what is 2 cubed? 8. That's the final answer. So you need to, oh, it's only 6, not 16. Y 15 over x 6, and this will be your final answer.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if you have a y without power, so
No, if I have without power, this means 1. If I have power with 0, it's 1. It's different. If you don't have no power, that means the exponent is 1.
this one. What if you have a 0? So you
So I just yeah, this means 1. This is 1. Anything to the exponent 0 is 1 always.
0.
Yeah, you don't. No, it's not 0. It's 1.
1, yeah.
So this means you don't have to keep it.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So why not repeat it? If it's used the first time, like from the beginning, take the 3 out.
Which 3 out? Before what?
Like,
You just combine the same base. If the same base, we add the
I'm
exponent.
saying, why you just take the 3 out?
I checked it out because I need to distribute it.
Yeah, I know, but why not did it in the beginning?
I cannot. It's going to be too long work. I don't want to simplify my work before I distribute it. This is do it how you do it.
So
You can do
have to
it.
at the end.
You can do it at the beginning if you want, as long as you pay attention to what you're doing. That's it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. If you do it your way, it's okay. You're gonna get the same answer. But I always prefer to simplify before I distribute. At least I minimize my error. All right. Do you want me to do another one, or I move to next?
Another one.
Another one. All right. Let's do number 16 or number 15. What do you want?
16.
All right. So we have 2 y x4 z minus 3 over 2 y cubed z squared, the whole thing square, and you have x4 z4. Again, I need to simplify it down first, so I distribute the exponent. So we end up having what here? 2yx4 z minus 3, yes, over 2 squared, which is equal to 4, yes, y 6, z 4, x 4, and z 4. Is that clear here?
Look,
Can you go over that last
Yes.
step? Can you go over that last step?
Which last? Oh, here I distribute. I got 2 squared, which is equal to what? 4. So I put my 4. Then I do 2 times 3 is what? So I put it here. I have 2 times 2. That's 4. I put it here. Then I wrote the rest. Is that clear? Then what I do? I combine, if I can combine exponent here. I have only 2z here. Yes? So I combine those 2z. So I end up having what? 2yx4z minus 3 over 4y cubed x4, and z will be 4 plus 4, which is 8.
Wait, why'd you have 4y cubed? 4y6.
Or 4y6. Thank you. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Now what I do now? I move the smallest exponent to the what? To the biggest. Whatever the location is, I move the smallest to the biggest. So 1 here is smaller than 6. I move it down. 4 are the same. What happened? Cancel out. Yes? Then I move the 3 down. Yes?
Yeah.
So we end up having what?
2y.
2. Yes? 4 minus 1. Yes? 8 minus minus 3. Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
The x gets cancelled out?
Yeah, because x to the 4 over x to the 4 is what? Answer my question.
It's 1.
It's 1. So this is why I cancelled out. It's 1. Now I just combine. Here I get what here? 2 over 4y5 z 11. Then I simplify the 2 with the 4. So what's left is 1 over 2y5 z 11, and this will be your final answer.
I have a question. What if it's 1, 0?
What does mean 1 0?
Like if it 1, like it's not 1, like 0.
What does mean 1 not 0? You don't ask a question here. I don't know what you're asking.
So
What do you want to say? If you have an exponent 0.
like it's not 1, like it's not. The answer was 0.
No, you cannot have exponent 0. Unless if there is 0 times something. You cannot have 0 at the end with exponent. You cannot. Either you have 1, or you're going to have a number, or you're going to have a number with the variable. But having 0, no, we cannot. Maybe in expression, when you simplify expression, you may have 0, but in exponent, I don't think so. Unless if you have 0 times the whole thing, then it's going to be 0.
So if the answer can be 0.
It's only if there are 0 times the whole thing, then it's going to be 0. Is that clear? Alright, is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
You want to do the last one, or you okay?
You do last one.
Number 15? Because what we did is 16, like let's do number 15. Alright, so what number 15 is m p cube q cube. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Alright, so what I do first, I combine the denominator. So the same base, I combine the exponent. So this is the first thing I do before I distribute. So I got m p cube q cube q over, so now we'll have 2. I have m cube plus 1 p square minus 2, and we have q minus 4 minus 1. Is that clear?
What did you do?
I just combined the exponent of the same base.
Like 10?
Yeah. So here I will have,
Should you cross the Q out? Leave the P out?
yeah, we're gonna cross it out because it's gonna be 0. So this is 0, that means this is cross out. Yes. So I will have 2 m4 q minus 5, and the top, what I do, I distribute the exponent. So I got m cube p 9 q 9. Is that clear? Then again, what I do, I move the smallest to the biggest. So minus 5 is less than, and 3 is less than 4. So I will end up having what? P 9 q 9 plus 5. Yes. Then I will have 2 m 4 minus 3. Is that clear?
Yes.
So I will have P 9 q 14 over 2m, and I'm done. Is that clear, guys? All right, let's move to factory number 17. For number 17, it's very straightforward. So what do we have? 10b squared minus 60b. Do we have a common factor between 10 and 60?
Yes.
What's the common factor?
10.
10. What's the other common factor? B. So what's left?
Squared.
That's it.
Squared. Where do we use it?
That's
What do
the
you do with
answer.
the squared?
I already take as common because this is the same thing as what? As 10b times b minus 6b. That's 60b. So this is a common factor. So I put it out. Yes? What's left here?
60b.
Yes? Then what do you have? Another b as common factor. When I pull out, what's going to be left? So this is going to be your answer.
I didn't get it.
You see?
That's your final answer, right?
Yeah, this is fine. I cannot go further than that. So you see what you do, look for the lowest exponent. What's the lowest exponent between b squared and b?
B.
B. So what's the exponent of b?
1
1. So what you do, you take b and you minus 1 from x exponent.
is 1.
So it's going to be 1 here, and here's going to be what?
0.
There we go. This is why we have here is x times 1.
Is B minus B?
No, you do the exponent, we don't do the b.
No, I'm saying no. My answer is
So
B minus
it's,
B.
no, this is 6, not b. Becomes 7.
What did you get 6 from?
Oh, because 10, 60 times 10 is what? 60 times 10 is what? 6 times 10 is what?
6 times 10 is 60.
Is 60. So I divide here by 10. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right. For number 18. All right. For number 18. So what do we have? Can I factor this or not?
As in simplify.
Here factor it.
It's number 18?
Yes. So I use the discriminant first. So it's going to be what? 38 square, yes? Minus 4 times what? 8
8 times 30.
times 35.
I mean 30.
Well, these are the questions group on the test. Like these big questions.
No. Alright? So here it's going to be what? It's going to be 38 square minus 32 times 35.
Why is it squared? Oh, because then.
Alright? So this I know is positive. Why? Because 38 times 38 is greater than 35 and greater than 32. So this means it's going to be positive. So, but let's do the multiplication. I got 38 times 38 is what? So it's going to be 4, carry the 6, 24, 20. So it's going to be 30. So it's going to be again 24. And we have 11. So here I will have 1, 4, 4, 4. And we have 32. 35 times 32. So it's going to be 70. And we have 5, 9, so it's going to be 120. So it's going to be 120. Yes, so it's going to be 4, 2, and 3. So this will be equal to 324. All right. Is that clear? Yes. Normally you should know how to do multiplication. I'm not going to give you this big number, but you should know how to do multiplication, yes? We just take... Oh, the formula is b squared minus 4ac.
What's A and B and C?
This is A, this is B, this is C.
Always.
Always. Alright, now I can factor this. I'm going to use the discriminant. So I know...
What happened to A?
This is your B, this is your 4, this is your A, this is your C. So then you want to factor this, A n squared plus 38 n plus 35 is going to be equal to what? 8. And we have n minus the quadratic answer. So it's going to be what? Minus B, so it's going to be minus 38 plus square root of 34 over twice a, which is going to be 2 times 8 is 16, yes?
324.
What's the 14 from?
Which 4?
4.
And we have n minus 38 minus square root of 324 over 2 times a, which is 16 again. Is that clear?
Where the 4 came from?
Which 4? This one is the formula. It's 4ac.
Oh.
Do you got the idea, guys? Yes.
Yeah. Wait, this is like 38 minus square root of what?
Square root of 324.
So what did we use 1,444?
Oh, because 1000 is 38 squared. Then minus 4 times 8 times 35, which is going to give me 1044. 120. Then I subtract them. I subtract them, is give me 324. Then I take the square root. The discriminant is this value, because I have this minus this. You got it? So this is why I got the discriminant is positive. Then I can factor it this way.
It was negative, no solution.
Yeah, we cannot factor. Is that clear?
So brother, that's the answer?
Yes.
Yeah.